Your performance in the previous battle was exemplary.
Angie, I'll need you to clean and disinfect their wounds.
Okay.
Take care of him first! It's almost torn off!
Do I want to know what it is? Probably his arm.
We can't reattach that. Karen, I'll need you to amputate and sew it up, understood?
Yes, Doctor.
Damage confirmed on the starboard side! There's a fire! Hurry up and put it out! Anyone with light wounds, return to your post as soon as you're treated! We've got enemy reinforcements coming!
Damn it! We're so close to the capital!
Doctor, I've got someone wounded! They need attention, now! Idiot! Patient priority is the doctor's call, not... the captain!
Uh-oh.
We've got heavy blood loss from the femoral artery and severe burns on his right upper arm.
I understand. I'll do what I can. Oh, hang in there, Captain.
Captain? Everyone is...
Oh no. This is gonna end badly. Is this triggering something? Is this a PTSD trigger?
We're still not getting any more speed out of the engine!
Damn it! We're not gonna make it!
Brian!
Claude, I'm busy. Wait in the hangar until further orders...
Don't give me that! Talk to me! I know the Cavalier said something about a detonation. They want us on the ship and out of the blast zone. What the hell's going to explode? Why is it so urgent? What are we running from?
I can't tell you!
You better tell him.
This is bigger than the military. We're talking about state secrets. Either way, this isn't fast enough. We won't make it in time.
What do you mean we won't make it? What's about to happen?
The last gasp for the Valkyria.
There she goes again. Giving me the cold shoulder already? This was supposed to be our big reunion. Not gonna go after her, huh? I guess a handsome devil like you never has to chase the ladies.
We damaged the Centurion significantly. They won't get far, and we can track them if need be. Our priority right now is securing the Cavalier.
That thing's pretty beaten up by now. Still, I guess the Federation tag is a fine enough prize. Well, if that's the plan, let's get all up in there. It's been a while since I got to break out the CQC.
Wait.
You know what's about to happen.
Why? You gonna be lonely without me?
No.
What's wrong?
She can sense the surge of power. She knows exactly what's about to happen.
We shouldn't be here. Run.
Dear God.
No!
Oh boy. Too much for you to handle? Yeah, I know exactly where this is going. Oh god.
Does it hurt? No. Are you sad? It's okay. You're not alone. I'll be there soon. I have to hurry, or everyone's gonna die.
So, they'll be safe then. But...
It's chaos everywhere. We have to get this situation under control.
Captain hasn't come back. He told me to turn to you for a decision in an emergency like this.
And how is he gonna give you a proper decision if you don't tell him what's going on?
What are your orders?
How can I give orders if I don't even know what's going on?
Oh hey, there you go!
I can't give you details. I don't have clearance for that. All I can say is when it's over, there will be nothing left. That's the only thing I can tell you. Claude, we need our final orders.
The ship is still moving. Don't talk like this is the end. I'm not giving any orders for a lost cause. As long as I'm alive, I'll keep fighting. I don't care what happens. Full speed ahead! Riley, come in!
Todd, what's happening?
We need this ship to go fast, even if it's just one more knot.
Got it. If it won't listen to me, I'll just give it some more tough love.
Break it if you have to. Just get us moving faster.
Will do.
Please, wherever you are, you have to go back. It's the only way.
Well, it seems like she understands that as well. And it looks like Riley's about to find that out.
Full speed ahead, Andre. Push it as hard as we can. I don't care if we have to break it.
Lady, I think we already broke our limits a long time ago.
You really pushed it to the edge, but we can do better.
Hey, you can't just...
It's fine. Claude's taking responsibility. I just have to do the best I can. The compression valve should be designed to handle more. I'm opening it all the way. The fluxometer, too. I think we can take 2 full revolutions of the needle.
Damn near incredible. Wish the kid could have seen it.
Who? Oh, you don't mean Angie, do you?
Yeah, she just wandered through here not that long ago.
Why would she come to the engine room? And where did she go?
Ah, who knows?
Art, isn't that really important? Although, to be fair, you two, as far as you know, have far more important things to worry about.
I saw her snooping around the restricted area, so I shooed her away, but,
The Forbidden Sector is where we first found her.
Huh? What about your tuna?
Just keep making the adjustments. I gotta go check something out.
What, is this intuition?
Hey, where you going?
It's too late.
Just a little farther. I never knew it had hurt so much. But I have to do my best too. Angie! Riley! You can't come in here. It says do not enter, see? I'm glad I found you. I was so worried. And you just promised me you weren't gonna run off again. Come on, let's go back to your room.
This is your room.
I'm sorry, but this is where I belong. Angie, what are you...
Now you see.
Thanks for the coat. It was really warm. Angie... I remembered who I am. Well, I sorta remembered a while ago. There's something I have to do. It's the only way I can help everyone. I knew that, but I couldn't do it. I was having too much fun with all of you. I never felt so warm before. Nobody's ever been as kind to me as all of you were. I just wanted to stay with you forever. Angie? I'm scared, Riley. But I have to be who I truly am. Wait. What's going on?
Isn't it obvious?
Wait, no! Don't worry. I promise. I'll protect you all. You're an amazing sister. Thank you, Riley. For everything.
Ugh. Full speed ahead.
No, you can't. Please don't go.
I mean, what's stopping you from periodically unhooking her?
It's over. Did you hear that?
That means...
Yeah?
And this is the engine room. The main reactor's got power again. It just came back on, damn it.
she came back.
Brian!
Right. Give us everything you've got. Full speed ahead.
Hold on tight. We're kicking this baby into overdrive.
What, you mean like you've been doing?
Are we gonna clear the blast zone?
God only knows, Brian, because I sure as hell don't. Fragnet is reaching critical mass. Fission's unstable. A chain reaction.
All hands brace for impact. I repeat, all hands brace for impact.
Tell me what the hell's going on here. Brian, I need to know.
You're about to know.
What is that sound?
Well, at least you're alive.
Hey, you okay? Dear God.
There's more. No!
Looks like we managed to make it into the safe zone. Don't look away, Captain. That light is our last hope.
Our last hope?
Wait. Oh, that's... Is that plan B? If all else fails, you're just gonna nuke the capital? Oh, that's an unpleasant thought.
What is that?
Another one. Another one I couldn't save. God damn it.
Well, that was not the reaction I was expecting.
The last one. The last one, at least. I have to save her.
So, wait. Saving? I thought your goal was to kill all of Valkyria.
What the hell is going on here? Hey, about before. Oh, are you crying?
She was so sad. I could hear her.
I'm suffering. It hurts. I want to live. And even through all the pain, she wanted me to escape. The bolts. I hate them. I'll never forgive what they have done.
Chromaria. Sorry, I think all this is over my head.
Yeah, think.
But I know what to do when I see a lady crying.
Explain things to people now.
Chapter 15. A reason to fight.
You better explain to people at this point. You better do it. You better explain real damn fast.
Oh, yes. Yes. How could anything be so perfectly, achingly beautiful? It's heaven's light. The light of creation.
Why are you happy about this?
An earthborn sun, crafted by human hands. A beacon of hope to light the path of mankind.
I'm gonna enjoy kicking your ass, aren't I?
You've done it, Al. Albert Miller, my dearest friend.
Oh, no. Wait, was that what he was studying? Is that how Riley knew that something was up?
Your final gift. This great Promethean fire you left behind will change the world!
Why is everybody shouting?
No. No.
Wait, what's this sudden change?
I am the one who will change this world as Al's friend. It is my privilege, my right.
You're his friend, huh? Didn't you forcibly seize the research?
Yes, I will be the one to finally grant your wish. Only I ever truly understood you, Al. I was your friend, and so I work in your stead.
Somehow I find this hard to believe.
I will see it done.
I find this very hard to believe. You haven't talked to anybody yet?
Angie. Why? Huh? That wasn't there before. Is that a letter?
Wait a minute, the same... Wait, wasn't that given to her earlier?
This handwriting.
Who left it?
What did you say this ship's running on?
It's running on her.
What? The hell's that supposed to mean? Angie's just a little girl. What do you mean she's powering the ship?
It's not just the Centurion. The Cavalier, the Comet. All the ships were the same. Our ship runs on Angie's power. The power of the Valkyria.
And now it's finally discussed. So, how do we respond to this? How do they respond to this?
Valkyria?
Yes. The main reactor is fueled by a Valkyria. Each ship was assigned one. On paper, they're civilian contractors. And the one assigned the Centurion is named Angie. Angelica Farnaby.
Wait, hold on. Just what is a Valkyria? I heard they're descendants of the ancient Valkyrer, who protected this land a long time ago. I've already been told that the Empire is weaponizing them, and that the Winter Witch is one specialized for combat. But you're saying the Federation has their own Valkyria? Not even as weapons, but as living batteries?
That's correct. Angelica has been modified to act as a power source.
That's a fun way of talking about a human.
By exposing herself to Ragnite, she can generate energy far beyond conventional compression. She alone can produce enough energy to power this entire cruiser.
That's why the restricted area was so heavily guarded. You're using a human being. You locked a little girl in the reactor of a military ship.
Claude, she volunteered for this. She signed a waiver agreeing that she and her life belong to the military.
She's a kid!
There's no way that could be legitimate.
On the contrary, it's a legally binding contract, just like the one you signed when you enlisted. It was an accident that she left the main reactor and met you all, and suffered amnesia at that. But once she remembered her duty, she returned to the main reactor of her own volition.
How is this even possible?
She's a kid!
She and all the others volunteered for this initiative. They're doing whatever they can for their homeland.
But was it by force? That's what I want to know. What kind... Well, if she was, quote, modified, then was that modification voluntary?
But both the Cavalier and the Comet are gone.
Indeed. Valkyria's fates are tied to their ships. They knew the risks. The immense propulsion power of the snow cruisers would be unattainable without Valkyrian support. And Operation Cygnus is impossible without these ships. This plan has been in the works for a long time.
I knew it. This was already being prepared even before Operation Northern Cross.
Correct. The United States of Vinland developed these ships and their tech. They are the hidden orchestrators of Cygnus.
This is insane. How deep does this rabbit hole go?
Are you going to abandon the mission, then? Would you betray your allies just to take the moral high ground?
Betray my allies?
For every day we move forward on the Crystal Sea, our allies on land are retreating from the Empire. As we speak, the Federation's death toll keeps on growing. Operation Northern Cross is a lost cause. The Cygnus fleet is the only hope we have of ending this war.
This dilemma again, huh? I feel like, well... Yeah, this really does feel like a major Actually, this theme does feel like a major rehash of the first game, because this was at the center of it. Do you... To what extent does the escalating power actually solve it? But... how do we play this? How will they respond?
And here we are, 2 days from the Imperial capital. 3 at most, even with combat.
Then, you plan on storming the enemy's capital with Angie still hooked up to the main reactor?
That's correct. Claude, do you believe the captain will wake up from this?
I don't know. I can only hope so.
We'll need a decision. Soon. Who else could make that call without being swayed by emotion? Please, Captain. We need you to wake up.
Is this where Minerva has to step in and give a stern talking to?
That little girl was moving the ship? All this time it was her? What is this shit? Is this supposed to be a joke?
Is this some kind of twisted joke? Yes.
She was smiling.
Huh?
Angie, she was smiling. She said she had to go back to where she belonged. Then the door closed, and she was locked inside. She was looking at me until the main reactor came on. She was smiling the whole time.
You think she wanted this?
I think she wanted to save us. And that was the only way.
But she's just a goddamn kid!
Thank you!
We're using this child as a tool of war?
Read this.
This ought to be good.
To my favorite big sis Riley. First, I want to say I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you what I really am, but I just couldn't. When I got on the ship, I signed a piece of paper. It had a lot of big words, but it said the military would take care of my family after I'm gone. After that, I drank some medicine, and it tasted really bad, and I got really sleepy. And then I was in the Forbidden Sector, and the whole time I was in there, I was dreaming. It was a really scary dream. Lots of people were fighting. They got hurt and died. So when I woke up, and I met all of you, and everyone was so kind to me, I've never felt happier in my life. Even though there's a war going on outside, the ship is like a really big house with a really big family. But I have a family back home, too. There's my papa, and one little sister, and 2 little brothers. Papa just drinks all day and doesn't go to work. That's why we didn't have any money.
That's what I was afraid of. There was pressure. Ugh.
But then men in uniforms came to my village. They told us to take an aptitude test. And that's how I learned I could be a Valkyria. I could be useful. So I made a promise with the soldiers. They'd give Papa money and help my sister and brothers go to school. And in return, I'd go away on this ship.
What?
To tell you the truth, I really didn't want to do it. I wanted to stay home with my family. But if I didn't help, they told me a lot of happy families would be sad, and lots of people might get hurt. They said it was my duty to help, so I decided it was the right thing to do.
Trying to put that kind of pressure on a kid, though?
Duty.
But you know what? I actually kind of liked being here. I think I learned something from everybody on the ship. I learned what it means to protect someone you love. And I learned why this war has to end. So I'm going back to the place where I belong. I'm really proud that I could help protect everyone. Thank you, Riley. And tell everyone else thanks, too. Goodbye.
Actually, now that I think of it...
Holy shit! What the hell is this?
Now that I think of it, this might explain why Kai broke away. Because if he's so angry about not being able to save them... Ignore that, that's just... What the heck? Why is that acting up? Huh. Oh well, sorry, just getting distracted by window sounds. So, if that's the case, Kai must have happened on this. Either that, or there was some operation he was doing to try and secure it, and then he realized what was really going on. The pressure that was being put on the kids in order to... presumably kids, in order to turn them effectively into living batteries. So, that's why he broke away. He joined the Empire so he could stop them from being exploited, but I don't know, the problem is that we don't know Belgar's motivation. He seems to have his own objective, exploiting the Valkyria all the same, so what reason would Kai have to join up with them specifically? Well, with Belgar and his ilk. So, that part's still a mystery, but I think I'm starting to understand more of what might have happened with Kai.
Claude, this operation's over. We're taking Angie and we're getting the hell out of here!
If we do that, this ship will stop dead in its tracks. They'd never make it to the Imperial capital.
You think I give a shit? What the hell kind of victory is worth killing an innocent girl? Riley, you feel the same way, right?
She's conflicted, isn't she?
Oh, come on, Kai, say something!
I think I finally see why my brother left the Federation.
Oh hey, there we are!
Kai? I mean, Forsetti. He knew about this?
He always avoided saying anything outright. All he'd tell me is that the Federation had been twisted.
Yeah, After seeing this shit, I'd say the same thing. I can't take this. You see what they've done to her?
I know. It's unforgivable, but...
Kai?
But in this moment, all I know for sure is that Angie is fighting harder than any of us.
Angie wants peace. She chose this path herself.
Under duress, though.
She's fighting her own battle, her own war, in the blue fires of that reactor. All we can do for her now is fight at her side.
Now what now?
An attack. Couldn't even give us time to think, huh?
No, never. Absolutely freaking not.
Come on, let's go!
Preparations complete. I'm heading out.
Riley, wait. You know Ragnite better than anyone, so I need to ask you something. That explosion that came from the Cavalier, was it... Did that explosion come from the main reactor?
I think you already know the answer.
The reactor's energy output is hundreds of times beyond whatever we could achieve through standard compression. But even with that kind of power, I don't know if it would trigger a chain reaction as massive as the one we saw. Look, I'm sure I could give you an answer if I had time to analyze the data. But I'm sorry, I'd really rather not think about all that right now.
Yeah, given the circumstances, I don't blame you.
No, I'm sorry. I was being insensitive. The squad we're up against is probably the one we fought before, led by the black-plated tank. I know you've got a lot on your mind, so for now, let's just focus on winning this battle.
Got it.
So, what's your motivation in this?
Who'd have thought HQ would personally request the Ausbruch for this assignment?
That massive explosion probably got the top brass panicking.
Can't blame him. If one of those things went off inside the capital, if it's gotta explode, make it happen on the Crystal Sea, far away from the capital. HQ's orders.
So we're the expendable pawns again, huh?
Not if I have anything to say about it. Chromaria's heading for the enemy ship from the other side. We'll distract it from the front, and she'll destroy it.
Destroy? If I recall, Belgar and Agent Forsetti seemed pretty intent on capturing that ship in one piece.
Not happening. We are sinking that thing. Orders be damned. Some things just can't be allowed to exist.
What did Chromaria tell you?
Huh? Well, destruction's fine by me. I'm just hoping one of our shots doesn't set the damn thing off, sir.
No worries. Chromaria's gotten better with her power. She's more stable now. She won't lose control. I'll look after her.
Yeah, whatever you say, lover boy.
Anyway, thanks to HQ's meddling, we're finally out of Doc Belgar's jurisdiction. Once we're done here, I think it's time for us to take a nice, long vacation.
Yeah, you may end up having to take that vacation one way or the other.
To be honest, I was terrified of that Winter Witch when I first saw her. Maybe it's just me, but ever since she met you, she's gotten more approachable, more human. She's been acting, dare I say, cuter. I understand why you'd want to protect her, sir.
I don't think that was really expressed anywhere, but I mean, there was one hug, and I don't necessarily see that.
You might find she's a little too hot for you to handle.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not making a move on her. Got enough enemies without you trying to kill me, too.
That silhouette.
Lieutenant Colonel Voltz, the enemy ship's been sighted. We're moving at full speed to engage.
This is it. My soulmate and I get to have one last dance. I will protect the capital. My men, my motherland, and the woman I love. I'll protect them all.
Oh man, that's gonna be a oh man, this is gonna be an interesting fight. How are they gonna work? I mean, looking at that map, that looks like it's gonna be insane. Phew. Oh man. But I'll have to see to that another day, unfortunately. So I guess before I go, is there anything to see to in headquarters? Oh yeah, there's the... Yeah, I won't worry about leveling stuff up on. So, not until I've finished recording, but I can at least look at all this stuff. On the 5th, we received a special report from one of our war correspondents assigned to keep an eye on any activity on the front lines. According to our source, a mysterious ship has executed an assault on the Imperial stronghold, Fort Garsbrook. The attackers broke through their defenses and disappeared toward the east. Earlier this year, we reported on sightings of a ghost ship on the Crystal Sea. Could this be the same vessel? Currently, we don't have enough information to say if the vessel is Federation or Imperial. However, if the report is true, its assault on an Imperial stronghold may be the final clue as to its allegiance. As the fighting continues and as military technology becomes more and more deadly, many nations have turned to exploring avenues of attacking from the air rather than risk land combat. Enter the paratroopers, who drop into their combat zone from high above. We caught up with a newly formed Federation paratrooper squad for an interview. Using parachutes and other devices, these brave soldiers drop from high altitudes into hostile territory. These aerial ambushes can flank and disorient enemy units, leading to a significant tactical advantage. According to one elite squad member, air-to-ground attacks are going to be a substantial part of military tactics from here on out. Although, how did they get up there? Did they have hot air balloons? Actually, I need to look up to see when that technology was invented relative to the plane. It might exist. Average troops and equipment counts are rising every day, even beyond our own military. No longer are victories won in a single decisive clash. Now armies struggle against each other in extended wars of attrition. However, some speculate that paratroopers could be the ones to break these stalemates, making them vital military assets. Despite the high hopes, these paratroopers acknowledge that some things still need improvement, most importantly their landing. Right now, the success of their descent may hinge on local winds and weather conditions. It will take more training and development to solve this issue, but it seems clear these soldiers of the sky could change war itself. On the 4th, the Empire's press secretary announced that military supplies have been stolen from Port Kozval, a city under Imperial control on the Crystal Sea's coast. The Empire went on to denounce this act as a Federation plot that maliciously targeted innocent Imperial civilians. Analysts believe this announcement was a calculated effort to tarnish the Federation's global reputation. However, a military specialist noted that although Port Kozval maintains the appearance of a civilian port, it is primarily used as a supply base for Imperial forces. Many of their resupply efforts apparently originate there. We can't speak to the accuracy of the Empire's announcements, but it does seem to be evidence of further information warfare between the Federation and the Empire. We would like to remind our readers to verify their sources. We have a shared duty to avoid contributing to the spread of misinformation. Above all else, we must seek the truth. I don't know, a newspaper actually seeking the truth. Well, that'll be the day. Some Imperial territories were previously independent lands, having been forced under the Empire's rule by coercion and military aggression. Loholm is one such nation. Loholm's geopolitical position put it into conflict with the Empire many times. When war broke out, it was immediately taken under Imperial control. The Empire rules them with an iron fist, and its citizens suffer under regulation of free speech, confiscation of assets, forceful requisition of personnel, and other repressive tactics. Many refugees have already fled, but some, determined to restore freedom to their homeland, have stayed behind, forming an underground militia against the Empire. The war against the Empire may ultimately be a fight over control of Europa. Still, it's important to remember that this war may free those who suffer under Imperial rule. Yet another reason the Empire must fall, for the safety, freedom, and happiness of those suffering in Loholm. Is that meant to be our France analog? According to the Times sources, the death count of Operation Northern Cross has now surpassed 2 million. While the Federation military reminds us that these numbers are unconfirmed, they admit that the final count is likely not far off, and still climbing. This would make it the highest death toll of any military operation in history. History's greatest counterattack has become history's greatest military human cost. By now, the sheer number of deaths have some questioning whether the Federation can afford to continue the operation, let alone the war. Certainly, that would be a natural reaction, to see the tragic consequence of our struggle and wonder, what will become of us? However, we have our own duty. For the sake of the soldiers who continue to fight for us and for our land's peace, we keep the home fires burning. We cannot give up hope. To honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, to honor those who fight on our behalf with every passing hour, we must stay strong until the dawn of our victory. Well, we know where you lean. We've just received a report from our war correspondent notifying us of a massive explosion sighted on the Crystal Sea. Details are still unknown, but locals seem to believe it was some kind of eruption from an underground volcano. However, there are also rumors that the incident was some kind of Imperial weapons test. According to an eyewitness account, a massive ball of flame suddenly appeared over the surface of the Crystal Sea and engulfed its surroundings while emitting a bluish light. The possibility exists that this was some Ragnite-powered bomb developed by the Empire, or on a larger scale than any simple explosive. If true, this could have dire consequences. Just a bit. Just a freaking bit. Oh, man. This game is throwing all sorts of crap at us. Time will tell to see how it ends up playing out in the long run, I suppose.